What up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? Oh, man. Y'all really about to just watch me work right now.
Begin war, I'll join first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with yours, we do jokes, bust the doors. They come to D's, time to make breeze or guns toss. And full force, a team to go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses to take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch the killer instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it, what's the topic? 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate my team with glow light. Radiation with no time for patience. Provocation, let's get it done right. My click airtight. Trapped in a never-ending gunfight. The niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street. Over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them all, well done me. Then said 22 slug me ahead. Travel all the way down to your leg.
And yo, it's hella nerve. Who's next are gonna be first? The project's frontline. And the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you. It's right in front of your eye. And yo, it's hella nerve. Who's next are gonna be first? The project's frontline. And the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you. Yo, it's right in front of your eye. We rep the QBC. Nigga rep yours. It's all love. Millie stack down. Heavily guarded by hollow tips love. Then back down. I wanna be thugs. Adapt the gas sound and bow down. Throw the fuck up. See how I'm down now? Articulate. Hitting body parts to start shifting shit. Never hesitate. It's the rack game unlimited. Time my roster, we can do this. Forever infinite. Then reminisce. 20 years later, how we was getting it. Either with me, go against the grain, you better hit me. Legging me, you're robbing me. Niggas better body me. Cause it's a small world. The niggas talking like bitches. Bitches singing like snitches. Pointing you out in pitches. Cause she rep the beauty scene faithfully. Playing hating me. All that bullshit is just making me more the better. The concentrate on getting cheddar. And shorty set you up, you better dead her. I told you, take a mold you, son you, then I hold you. Like a pimp, mind control you, double-edged, boy, you hit the VI like I'm supposed to. The click is coastal, international, you local. Bacardi mix, physically fixed. Hit you with shit that'll leave a loose nigga stiff, probably thick. Son, I solved them, pulled them in my world and involved them. The chaos, walk the beat like around the wake cop, the average pissed out. QB City, dog, all the part 3, Gotti, Gambino, and Ty Nitty. Scarface, rest in peace. Who's next are gonna be first? The project's is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, hey yo, it's right in front of your eyes. Hell on earth, who's next are gonna be first? The project's is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, hey yo, it's right in front of your eyes.
Yo, the heavy metal king hold big shit with spare clips. You see eclipse when the max spit, your top got split. Laying dead with open eyes, close his eyelids. Turn off his lights, switch the darkness. It's deep in the abyss of street life. Blood on my kick, shit on my knife. Use the wild child, kick will turn him in the mic. I was born to take power, leave my mark on this planet. The phantom of crime rap, niggas is left stranded. Shut down your operation, close for business. Leave a foul taste in your mouth like Guinness. POW niggas is found, MIA. We move like special forces, green beret. Heavily Simplify shit, no man can go against me. Test me, you must be Benji. Don't tempt me, I had this full clip for so long, it needs to empty. The reason why I focus so long, cause I don't waste shit. You probably hit blood in your mouth so you can taste it. Quiet is kept, I lay back and watch the world spin. I hear thugs claiming that they gonna rob them all when they see us. I tell you what, black, here's the issue, it's a package deal. You rob me, you take these missiles along with that. I ain't your average cat, fuck rap. I'm trying to make cream and that's that. Whatever it takes, however it got to go down. 4 mics on stage, a motherfucker 4 pound. Speakers leaking out sound and niggas leaking on the ground. I could truly care less, the guard gon' get his. Regardless, blow for blow, let's find out who hit hardest. This rap artist used to be a stick-up artist. Sometimes I test myself, see if I still got it. Alive niggas stay on point, never disregard shit. Don't forget the essence, for which I merge. PS6, say that bullshit for the birds, nigga. Live up to my words, if I got beef, niggas coming in herds. We flush through your clip, get purged.
Drink, I still sit. Perk weed, once still lit. Real nigga, real bitch. Perk swag, that real shit. Don't keep calls, I'm coming down. That pink drip, I still tip. That pink shit, she don't care fuck. I pick up, I still hit. That swag, bitch. Swag, I'm in the zone, I'm getting low. That purple swag, that purple smoke up in my clothes. That big booty, it's fruity, yellow bone, I want a bone. I'm getting dome, I took it out, dick in the mouth. She getting on, I'm flexing still, I'm sick high, I'm tipping slow, I'm text trill, but in and wild, spit it slow.
Told y'all just about to watch me work. I said I was gonna stream and I'm streaming, but I really need to do this. Get these ideas out of my head. Do some brainstorming.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration.
June tiene jugo.
Crystallizing the realism of life and actuality. Fuck the baddest, a person's status depends on salary. And my mentality is money orientated. I'm destined to live the dream for all my peeps who never made it. Cause yeah, we were beginners in the hood as 5%ers. But something must have got in us, cause all of us turned to sinners. Now some resting in peace and some are sitting in San Quentin. Others such as myself are trying to carry on tradition. Keeping this weapon wrestling street ghetto essence inside us. Cause it provides us with the proper insight that guide us. Even though we know somehow we all gotta go. But as long as we leave it even, we'll be leaving with some kind of dope. So into that day we expire and turn the vapors. Me and my capers, I'll be somewhere stacking plenty papers. Keeping it real, packing still getting high. Cause life's a bitch and then you die. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high. Cause you never know where you gotta go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why
Turn
we
this on
fly.
just a
Cause you never
tad.
know where you gonna go. Life's
What's
a
it?
bitch and then you die. That's why we get high. Cause you never know where you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff fly.
I woke up early on my born day. I'm 20, it's a blessing. The essence of adolescence leaves my body now freshened. My physical frame is celebrated cause I made it. One quarter through life, some godly like fame created. Got rhymes, 365 days annual plus some. Load up the mic and bust one. Cuss while I bust from my skull cause it's pain in my brain vein. Money maintained, no go against the grain, simple and plain. When I was younger, this I used to do my thing hard. Robbing foreigners, take their wallets, they jewels and rip their green cards. Dip to the projects, flashing my quick cash and got my first piece of ass smoking blunts with hash. Now it's all about cash in abundance. Niggas I used to run with is rich, are doing years in the hundreds. I switched my motto. Instead of saying fuck tomorrow, that buck that bought a bottle could've struck gelato. Once I stood on the block, loose cracks, produced stacks. I cooked up and cut small pieces to get my loot back. Time is illmatic, keep static like wool fabric. Pack a formatic to crack your whole cash.
Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high. Cause you never know
So
June tiene jugo.
Purple drink, I still sip. Purple weed, blunt still lit. Real nigga, real bitch. Purple swag, that drill shit. Them clean cars, I'm coming down. That pink drip, I still tip. That pimp shit, she don't care fuck. I pick up, I still hit. That swag, bitch. Purple swag, I'm in the zone, I'm getting low. That purple swag, that purple smoke up in my clothes. That big booty, it's fruity, yellow bone, I want a bone. I'm getting dome, I took her out, dick in the mouth. She getting on, I'm flexing still, I'm sick high, I'm tipping slow, I'm text trail, but in and wild, spit it slow.
What's up, y'all? Happy New Year to all our...
So there's a couple of different ways how you make money on a podcast, and your guys specifically. So first, I want to talk about Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon is something that, once again,
Shout out to them.
we didn't know anything about Patreon until we started a podcast, and somebody actually put in a comment on Instagram like, "You guys have Patreon." And
I'm like, yo, you know Patreon? He was like, no. I'm like, all right, let me just type it in. Let's see what this is.
And there's actually, that's the one site that there's a ton to Google about. Like, when you start podcasting, there is no blueprint to what we're doing.
No, there's nothing.
There's not. So I can give you all of the steps that I did exactly. That doesn't mean you're going to see the success
Right.
of money I made. There's just really no blueprint to this. But Patreon, there is. And again, at this point, when we first started the podcast, we were paying for studio. We were paying for edits. We needed flyers. There was expenses coming out. And we were like, okay, let's find a way to bring money in. And so we started our Patreon account.
So all right, so you guys really doing really well with Patreon. So can you talk about that? Like, what's your model for Patreon?
So for Patreon, we wanted to, you have to give them more than what they're getting. So as podcasting, I don't think people realize like the amount of information we give out, that's for free to a lot of people. And we started growing, we really have supporters.
Patreon.
I like to think of our audience as they're our sisters, they're our best friends, we're in their head as those things. And so
Damn, I need water.
being as vulnerable as we have and transparent with our lives, people wanted to support us, but we were just giving them content for free. So we were like, okay, what can we give them for a subscription? That's what Patreon is. It's a subscription platform that you could add to your already present platform.
For creatives.
For creatives,
and
yes.
it doesn't have to be podcasting.
It could be
It doesn't. It could be
anything.
videos. It could be
Anybody can have a
tutorials,
Patreon
Anyone.
account. And how much you make on Patreon?
So currently we're seeing close to $9,000 a month.
So what do you have? Like,
So right now we offer a $2 tier, a $5 tier, and a $15 tier. And for our $15 patrons and $5 patrons, they get 3 bonus episodes a month. So as a creator, we are, creating now 7 to 8 episodes a month. And then for our $15 tier patrons, we send them out merch. So every 4 months, they're able to receive merch from us. And it can be anything from a crew neck, a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, socks, a mug. And so every 4 months, they're now getting merch that you can only get as being a top tier patron, which is dope because now that we do live shows and they come in with the merch, we know that they're supporters and it's just a different connection that we have with them. But also it allows them to have their own community boards. They talk with each other. We give information that we only give to our patrons that we don't put on our public platforms. And then now that we are also on tour, it's the only place that you can be to get access to pre-sale tickets, which was a big thing because our Patreon community sold out our VIP tickets for our New York show before it was even open to the public. So people feel like, they're still getting value in being a part of that community.
dope. And how long?
Man,
did it
I
take
missed
to grow?
something.
How many patrons do you have?
We have about 1,400.
How long did it take to grow that?
We started our Patreon account December of 2017 platforms. And then now that we are also on tour, it's the only place that you can be to get access to pre-sale tickets, which was a big thing because our Patreon community sold out our VIP tickets for our New York show before it was even open to the public. So people feel like, they're still getting value in being a part of that community.
Dope. And how long did it take to grow? How many patrons do you have?
We have about 1,400.
How long did it take to grow that?
We started our Patreon account December of 2017.
Okay.
And I can remember, sorry. I think we started with maybe getting $80 a month. And then that grew to $200 and $300, and it's a slow climb. But then that's when we went from giving them 1 episode to 2 episodes to now 3 episodes. So we've grown to let them know that they're getting, their money's worth.
No, it was crazy. The first month we started Patreon, like I said, we had no idea. Like even creating the tiers, it was like, how do we even price it? We tried to figure out what would make sense, and then like the first month we had like 2 people.
Oh, we were happy because we was like,
I was
$80,
like, yo.
it covers our studio. Like now we weren't having to pay for the studio because these 5 people who, wanted to support us it was covering our costs.
No, Patreon is a great idea. And like I said, not just for podcasters, any creative that's looking to grow organically, because what it allows is for your natural supporters, people that really, really support you, to support you financially. And it's not just charity, they're getting something for it as well. So like what we've done with our Patreon is that we've given like the top 2 tiers access to our online university, which is called EYL University. They also get access to live stream events, all of our events. They get discounts to our events. I think like 20% discount.
Yeah, 20% to the events and to our merch.
Nice.
So when they go to earnyourleisure.com, they can buy the merch.
And they get FaceTime calls at the highest level, right?
Yeah, we're gonna. So like now.
Oh yeah, we started the calls. I was like, girl.
We're in the process of revamping it because it's like, we've added so much content now that we can maybe offer like another episode. So we're gonna start doing things like that too.
Right.
Maybe even transcripts.
Yeah, transcripts
of the episode. A lot of times people want to
they take notes.
They want over and above. So I really like when you told me that you was making $9,000 a month off of Patreon. I really like that because it's a way to, because like you said, the podcasts are free.
Right.
So it's like it's hard for podcasters to provide. So and people don't understand how much work it takes to do a podcast.
It's
a full-time job.
It is a full-time job.
And the time too. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, but even so, and
then travel.
Oh, and that's what I was gonna say. So with those funds, we were able to, like I told you, our merch for our tour this go around cost us damn near $8,000. Like, it's expensive to buy merch, to sell merch, to go on the road, and so our very first tour that we did, I
don't think I'm gaming today, man.
We still own a lot of our content, and so
I got some ideas
we had no agent
in my head that I'm just like storyboarding and trying to figure out some stuff.
And this was throughout 8 cities. We did 13 shows, and we literally were like, okay, let's look at our analytics. What cities are we
But I
going
said I was
to?
streaming, so I'm going to. So
at our
I didn't want to
SoundCloud
stream.
analytics,
I was
and
like, you know what? I
we
gotta
have
get these.
audiences
I was like,
here.
you know what? I said I was going to stream. I
feel
can't.
comfortable
I'm going to
as far
stream.
as,
So here I
venue
am.
size.
Y'all pretty much watching me work today.
We were like, okay, we're going to Atlanta.
So these 2 gentlemen are friends of mine. They have a podcast called Earn Your Leisure Podcast. It's a really great podcast. You should go watch it. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. All that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this video in the chat. But go to their YouTube and subscribe. They have a really good podcast. Going to financial talking about financial literacy. I was just with him this morning. This is Rashad Bilal, and then this is Troy Millings. They're the 2 best friends. They went to from the same city as me, from the same time. Went to the same high school as me, so I know these gentlemen pretty well. And they've been all over the world, giving financial literacy. They've had interviews with people, the likes of like Robert F. Smith, who is a billionaire, equity business partner, the CEO of Robinhood. They've interviewed Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, the CEO of Adobe. They've interviewed and Damon John, who was on Shark Tank. They've interviewed Mark Cuban, who was on Shark Tank and owner of the Dallas Mavericks. They've interviewed and talked to a lot of millionaires and billionaires, just trying to give out the game of financial literacy and how to start a business, and they've had different entrepreneurs on their show over the years. So a lot of ideas have been sparked by these two gentlemen, and I've been sitting here like, man, I need to start writing some of this down and see if I can execute some of this. And then Troy said something to me. Troy said something to me the other day where he was like, go where you have the biggest impact. And yo, that's been sticking with me ever since he said that to me. And I've been thinking like a lot about, hey, is where I'm at now giving me the biggest impact? Like I've been putting a lot of energy into like this gaming stuff, and I've been thinking like, do I need to be doing something else? And they always say, what comes easy to you what's something that comes easy to you that is hard for others? And really, it's tech. Now, I've been in tech my entire adult life so if you want to put an actual date on it, since 2004. I've been in tech for almost 20 years now, in some form or capacity. And a lot of technical issues, no matter how big or small, I've been able to figure them out somehow, some way. So I guess this is something that is a skill that comes a little easier to me than it does for others. So I've been thinking about just trying to spread that knowledge out there. So like, I recently just signed up to be a mentor for a nonprofit that helps people get into the tech industry, or get them or help them transition into the tech industry. Because what actually happened was last year I actually was trying to upskill myself and make myself better, and trying to get some more training where I can help grow my own skill set. And so I found out about this one company called the Knowledge House, and so they was like, "Yo, we have an orientation. We'd love to have you." So I came out to the orientation, and come to find out that where I was at currently in my career and at least my knowledge set was beyond the scope of the programs that they had. So basically, their programs are set up for like beginners, people that are just getting started or trying to transition into the tech industry. That's where they're at. Like, we're trying to get folks in. We're trying to teach. We're trying to train folks up. And a lot of the stuff that they discussed, talked about, or things were like, hey, this is like stuff for the beginning of the. So of course they sat me down and asked me a bunch of questions, and said, hey, would you like to be a mentor? Because like a lot of stuff you talked about, you've either already done or you have a pretty good knowledge about. At the time, I was like, I'm not really sure, because my whole focus was like, yeah, I'm trying to prove myself and get into a new role and trying to, grow my career. So like my focus was like, I'm focused on myself. Like I don't really feel like I'm knowledgeable enough to help anyone else. And come to find out, I actually have doubted myself, because what's actually been happening is, like, what I notice is a lot of people come to me asking for advice on how to get into tech, or how to do this into tech, or how to pivot into this into tech. And I didn't even realize, because it comes sporadically. So it might be somebody might reach out to me, 2-3 months from now, like, hey, I need help with this, and I'll tell them, hey, just do this, that, and that, and they'll be like, oh, snap, that's what I had to do. Like, yeah, that's what I had to do. That's like, and I don't think nothing of it. It come to find out, like, yo, I've actually been doing that with a lot of people, and I didn't realize how many people I was actually helping just doing that, and I didn't think nothing of it, because it was just like, I do that all the time. Oh, just dropped my phone. I was like, I do that all the time. So I'm thinking like, oh, this ain't nothing. Come to find out, like, hey, like, if you're doing that, like, you could mentor some people. So now I'm thinking about, okay, since I have this skill, or since I know like where to point people and what direction to point people, I'm like, what do I do? How can I monetize this outside of working for a company? And then I'm thinking like a podcast or YouTube. So I started just trying to brainstorm some ideas, because I think tech is like where my biggest impact is. And I've been thinking about whether I should be trying to get this gaming thing off the ground. Like I've been thinking a lot about it. Like I know everyone has told me I haven't been consistent with it. So what I'm aiming to do, folks, is I'm aiming to relegate my streams to the weekend. So like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's kind of like what I think I'm going to be doing going forward, where I try to figure out or brainstorm this tech stuff, because I feel like I have a good feeling about this. So because of that, I think I need to actually like try to flesh this out and see if like this is something viable I could do. So this is like how to make money from a podcast. Just trying to see what I can do here.
Google Atlanta Theater. That's what we did.
Yeah.
We Googled the city, followed by the word theater. A list came up, and we started emailing and calling those places, asking for availability and rental cost. And so we went through all of these cities. We picked the venues. We got the rental costs. We knew what we wanted to stay between as far as money. So I think our most expensive venue, of course, was Caroline's.
New York City.
How much was that?
New York City. That one was about $5,000.
5,000.
Yeah. And for a matinee show. The comedy clubs weren't dealing with us at all. They didn't know who we were. They didn't really know
you
about
gotta
podcasts.
perform at
We had a 4 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
on a Sunday. So for the comedy clubs, they were a little bit more pricey. But our venues ranged anywhere from, our venue in Chicago was our least expensive. That one was, I don't know, I think we got for like $150 an hour. And it sat 130 people. We did the numbers. We priced our tickets. We had our friends check people in. We said, here's an extra phone, scan them on Eventbrite. We put all of our tickets on Eventbrite, had our friends at the door. We were like, we not popular. We don't need security. Had no security for the first tour. And we knew we had to be out at a certain time because we weren't paying no over fees. So we rented the venues, kept 100% of the door, and we covered our own hotel and transportation expenses. So for some of the cities, I was like, girl, I'm staying with you. Even though I'm on tour, I'm staying with my homegirls.
And how many cities you do in your first tour?
Our first tour, we did 8 cities, and in about 3 or 4 of the cities, we had to add an extra show because we sold out the first show.
How much money did you make on your first tour?
Our first tour, we made about $110,000 profit. If you take out the venue cost, we saw almost $100,000.
But now you got an agent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's different.
That's
now,
changed
right?
some things.
It's changed the game for you.
Yes, we are now signed to WME, and they are now doing our second tour. And we went from doing 8 cities to 17 cities.
And how has that helped you as far as like boost up the amount of cities?
It's been amazing because we don't have to call the venues and be like, hey, so we want to do a show. Like that was the thing. We're walking into these venues. We're doing tech. We're doing sound. We're making sure the green room is cool. We're handling the guest list. They're like, y'all don't have anyone? And it was literally me and my co-host with our friends that wanted to help. And so we're going into these venues as
It's like grassroots.
talent,
Get your hands dirty.
the management, the producers of everything.
So now the agent takes care of all those roles?
No, the agent takes care of booking the venues,
Okay.
and we now have a tour manager and a tour assistant that deal with the writers, production, to where we can now.
So now
show
one of
up
the things I have to
and
do
And they
is
get
I have to
paid.
study
Yes,
other
they get paid.
podcasts. So now I have to
our assistant, we
actually
pay
start
salary,
looking
our
up
tour manager, we
other
pay salary,
podcasts
and the
in
agent takes a percentage.
You said writers?
like the
or
realm that
writers?
I'm in,
Writers.
like
So, like,
tech,
The list of things you need.
and see what they do.
The hospitality writer is
Right,
what
right,
we
right.
ask for in our green room. So I wanted to be like, I want Skittles
What's on that rider?
with the purple ones taken out. But I was like, no, let me stop. But I was like, ooh, we talent now. Like, we went to Howard Theater, which was one of our biggest venues, and my name was on the room. I was like, I need all them tickets. But no, I'm my rider. It's Tito's, which I might have to up that because it'd be gone before the show starts. So I got Tito's. My co-host has like Red Bull, like it's simple. That's our hospitality writer, and then we have our production writer. So what we need on stage, the music that we're gonna play, the host,
little
what
coffee
time we want
there.
them and come out. So we still are very much in charge with the production of our show.
Okay.
And that's dope because
That's
it's-
important to us.
It's so the podcast game is becoming like a real crazy thing where it's like after podcast you can go on tour just like a musician can go on tour,
Yeah.
right? And you get the same benefits, and it's like what you described for your first year, that's like where we're at right now, because we're on our tour right now, but we do everything ourselves.
So that's the thing that I will say. A lot of people see a lot of podcasts going on tours or doing live shows, and they automatically think they have to do it. I would go against that. I think a lot of people think that, if they're not doing live shows, then they're not successful. And I think they need to focus on maybe reaching their audience more before just, okay, we're going to do a live show. Because I do know a lot of podcasters that are like, okay, it's time for me to do a live show. And then they get the venue, they start selling tickets, and no tickets are being sold.
What's the number though? Like, when do you know?
Well, our blueprint was we did networking events. We did free networking events in 6 cities in America. We did L.A., Chicago, Houston, New York, Atlanta. Anywhere else?
Oh, you got them all.
5. We did 5 free.
DC.
No, we're not a networking event.
Oh, right.
We did 5 free networking events
Okay.
last year. Free, completely free. Come, and we just made money off of merch and the bar. We split
Okay.
percentage on the bar, right? We did that for a few different reasons. A, we wanted to just get out and touch the cities
I like that.
and interact with the people, and we used it as a real-time gauge to see how hot we was in those areas.
I really like that.
It's like the pop-up shops.
For our first live show, again, like I was telling you guys before, as an accountant, I'm looking at margins and break even and all of the things necessary and looking at what we had to put out. And so what we needed to sell tickets at, we did have our studio that we recorded at the time, he put up the money. And then we paid him back with the ticket sales. But we literally, our first show, we saw no money at all. And we weren't doing it for money, but we were doing it to reach our audience. So I would say that would maybe be another tip, is to make sure you price the tickets at something where you could at least break even, and not to look at your first live show as something to make a ton of money off of. So maybe sizing your venue down with something that's not going to cost a lot.
Yeah, and so it's dope because it's all a learning
Yeah,
experience.
it
It's
is.
like,
It is.
so for us now, like I said, we're in a stage where we're not signed to anybody and we don't have any booking agents or anything. So we're doing all this stuff. It's a lot of work. That's why we kind of like spread it out like 6 weeks in between shows. And we do 2. So we do like a live podcast and we do a workshop too. So it's like a 2-day event. But when we got invited, like I said, shout out to 85 South, and we got invited they were guests on Lip Service.
Yes.
On the Lip Service, Angela Yee's podcast. So we went to the show that they had in New York City.
Oh, at the Apollo?
No, at where was it at, Troy?
Lincoln Hall was
Lincoln Hall, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was. So they were guests on Lip Service.
Yes.
So we got there before 85 South got there. So they brought us to their like room, their green room, and like they had the liquor bottles, and it was like a real like backstage for a performer.
No,
like, you know what I'm saying?
but as a podcaster, especially if you're doing like you're an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and so yeah, it's crazy.
These
now,
are the entertainers of the
like
generation.
me being on tour, like we're going through riders, we have day calls, we have we have sound checks, it's really crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and when I'm talking to my friends who are in the music industry, they're like, dang, you have like a real tour, like a real schedule, like, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like I'm a music artist. It's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
but I say have to say it's like it's always a progression in the business. So it's like now you have staff
Yes.
that handles your touring for you, that helps it out. Now you can add more shows, and it makes it an easier transition. And that's something that a lot of times people don't really think about as far as like, especially like with a podcast or any type of creative. It's like there's more to it than just the content.
But I think, and it's one of the things that we're trying to get now. I don't think people realize the importance of a team. And so for a lot of the beginning of us, it was just me and her. And we thought we could do it all. Like I said, we were every position imaginable. And there's only so far that you could take yourself before you create a team. So you guys having someone behind the camera, that's dope. You guys now don't have to deal with the video element of something, and you have him doing that. Us now having an engineer helps without me having to do the editing when we're dealing with a tour. We're looking for an assistant, social media person. Like it takes a team, which I think is why you have these people like Angela Yee and Brilliant Idiots and Joe Budden, who has been able to go so far because they have people that have the roles.
Nah, that's a fact. 85 South Show, so they had 19 people.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
that
They told
show.
it was big,
And they
yeah.
said they started with, they was doing, I think like 100 to 200 people. Now they do like 3,000.
3,000.
3,000 people.
They started out with a wood table
Yes.
and 3 microphones.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So I
Like,
mean,
that was dope.
again,
Shout out to them.
anyone looking to get into the space, if they're looking for it to be a business, this definitely is something that you can grow to be like very, profitable.
So hosting, you get paid on hosting too, right?
Yes.
How's
So
that
I
work
do
out?
panels, hostings. That just goes with bookings, and I love it because it's literally like, bro, I'm getting paid to talk. It's like this is still, it's a nuance that I can't even explain. Like I'm the one that had to be told to shut up in the classroom.
Sounds
Like you're talking too much.
Speaking engagements.
So there's speaking engagements. Right now we're trying to do after parties, just to be more
After your events?
after our live shows.
Okay.
Again, you have to realize that the booking of hostings and clubs, that whole scene has changed. They realize that certain people aren't bringing it out just because you have 1 million followers doesn't mean you're even going to bring a crowd. So right now, because promoters don't do that as much anymore, it's us trying to, y'all don't understand though, our reach is here. So as far as club hostings, that's not really a thing. But it's more so, speaking engagements, and we're doing Mocha Fest in Jamaica, so that's a booking where it's not really talking, but we're going to be doing a live show in Jamaica.
Do your agent handles that stuff for you as well?
No, we got booked on that by.
Okay.
I just learned a new dance, new dance, new dance. I just learned a new dance, new dance, new dance. I just learned a new dance, new dance.
Oh man, this thing ain't working. So yeah, y'all just about to watch me work today. Oh. Make the wrong thing small. I mean, I was making this, trying to make this bigger, so y'all can see what I'm actually looking at.
Everything we do is for the over gallery. We go spit for you super quiet, but show 'em who's in charge, taking over with the buttons. Taking the lead, bringing the heat in. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, yeah. We're on the rise, you ain't seen nothing yet. Place them on tight, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Keep you on your tippy toes.
Mine over.
So wait, goes gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Good shot, keep it changing the nuisance. Bad gals on the rise, you and
So y'all can see what I'm typing. Podcast. To review.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. And the zone for the stop us when we on the road. Heard a match, ain't nobody got our energy. Will you pack every part of where it's fighting me? We owning it, coming in boss mode, control of it. Ooh, they can't repeat. Yeah, we're going for the crown, you masterpiece, yeah. Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, yeah. We're on the rise. You ain't seen
By
nothing
now, I'm
yet.
sure that you've seen the
Place them on
videos,
tight.
seen articles and tweets
On your tippy
and all
toes.
of
They have.
So I actually tried my best.
I have a Google Podcast account too.
But then I ended up deciding to try out
Tech is a New Black, which is something I watch. These are my subscriptions. I already have like stuff that I was. This is Danielle's podcast here, Donuts. Oh, yeah, she hasn't. She's been recording a lot of stuff. She hasn't posted anything in a while. But she's been working on new content, so she got stuff coming. So I keep an eye out on that. Earn Your Leisure. This is the Black Techies podcast. Do you have a website? Okay. Oh, hit my dumb behind. The Black Techies podcast. Techies. Okay. This is just stuff that I gotta review, get some ideas. This is stuff I was already like in my sub box, but I haven't listened to a lot of this stuff in a while. Black girl. Why did I have the Black Girl podcast? Oh yeah, because it was like all those women were gorgeous on that show, but really had no other reason to listen to that show. Tech-ish. Yeah, so like Tech-ish and the Black, I gotta really listen to a lot of this stuff. Tech-ish I was listening to a lot, man, so I have not listened to this show in forever. I might as well unsubscribe. Cause let me unsubscribe from everything that I know I'm not going to listen to going forward. This, even though, but I'm just not listening to it enough. This I listened to like 2 episodes because there was one guy on it that I liked, but other than that, I ain't really listening to that show. CFG Gamecast, that's my guy, so that stays there. I Got You podcast. These women, I guess, decided that they didn't want to do that show no more. Podcasting's a lot of work. These guys are a gaming podcast. These are my homeboys. I'm keeping for now. Hokage Thoughts, he just abandoned this joint. He had like a good thing going with this. Black Hokage. These guys, don't listen to them anymore. I watch them on YouTube most of the time. Oh man, they haven't had a podcast in forever. Like 3 years. 3 Black Geeks. Yeah, I think these guys was like they were like anime and all that stuff, and it was a good show, but like I said, I haven't listened to them in a while. I wonder what Tashima is doing. She's still going. She just posted something 4 days ago. I haven't seen Tashima. Tashima lives right here in New York where I'm at. I haven't seen her in forever though. Like, idiots. I don't listen to this no more. Like, I don't know. They got stale to me. June Archer, who I think I freaked him out last time I saw Dr. June Archer. Cause like I saw him and I was so excited to see him. I think I scared him because he's much smaller than I. Dr. June Archer is maybe like 5'6", maybe 150 pounds. He's real small, this guy here, but really good guy. But I was so excited to see him. I think I scared him, and he's avoided me ever since. I think I scared him because he was just like, "Why are you that excited?" Because I was listening to a lot of his podcasts, and I read his book. And then I saw him at my cousin's wedding, and I was like, "Oh shit!" He was like, "Yeah." I think I scared my man, cause like I think one time outside of that, like I called him, and then like he didn't block me, but he definitely wasn't picking up my calls. So I was like, "Yeah, I think I scared him." And I wasn't even like on some scared stuff. So I was just kind of like on some really thankful, so glad to have met you, and then tried to stay connected with him. And I guess he was kind of like keeping me at arm's length. Gary V. Even though I like Gary V, I have not listened to any of his stuff in a while. You know what? I will do this though. I gotta save that. I want to actually look at that. But yeah, I haven't listened to any of his stuff in a long time. Roommates podcast. This show is done. This was a good. Oh, they're still going. October. The finale. Yeah, cause they went their separate ways. This was a really good podcast, but I think they just grew in different directions, the two gentlemen, and it wasn't on any malice type stuff either. Like they just grew in different directions. One of them got married, and he had like a whole separate thing. Diesel, what's going on, man? I just saw you in there, man. You're watching me work right now, Diesel. I'm not doing any gaming right now. I'm just trying to get some ideas out and some thoughts out, and like I'm jotting down stuff. But yeah, but these gentlemen on the Roommates podcast, they didn't break up on any malice. They just grew apart as far as like the directions they were growing in their personal lives. And I guess it interfered with the business, and they just, they kept it. If there's a real beef behind the scenes, like we don't know because they didn't mention anything. They just said, hey, like Hafiz was like, I'm doing this and I want to keep you doing this, and Chris doesn't want to do that, so like we just said, hey, we might just need to go our separate ways because we're going in two totally different directions of like where they want to go business wise. So I'm not sure if there was like some real beef behind the scenes, but they said there wasn't any. They were like, what they literally said was like, hey, we want to do different things, and we just decided that it's better to. Bro, have you been seeing the what? Oh, that got cut off. AI cartoon stuck that. Oh yeah, man. I don't know what's up with that. I've been seeing that. I'm like, it's funny, man. Cause I'm like, yo, but you know what that reminds me of? This ain't first of all, this ain't new. The thugged out AI characters is not new. Because remember, if you're old enough to remember MySpace, and back in those days, they was doing that back then. In the early 2000s, like 2000, like 5, 6, 7, they was doing that back then. They just can't. They now like they're using AI to do it. Where people were actually drawing this stuff and doing it. Note back from the 2000s, bruh. Like, so when I see it, I'm like, oh man, it's like we in MySpace era again. Like, what's going on? Some I'll watch later. Oh no, that's just Cybercast. Yep, air painted on t-shirts. Yeah, you remember, right? Oh no, this is it. Cybercast is purpose built for MSPs, MSSPs, MSSPs. What's an MSSP? Is that for security? Managed security. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So I was right there. And these guys talk about, so it looks like these guys talk about cybersecurity and what you should be doing. Okay, so yeah, I gotta add them to the list too to review. Yeah, cause so these are all like, all right, bro. I have to get back to baby duty. All right, man. Thank you for stopping through, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. These are all like podcasts of people of color. So I'm going to review these, and then of course I'm going to actually look up the big podcasts, like what are the actual biggest tech podcasts, whatever. But hold on, I'll be right back. I got to get some water, man. I need some water. I'm starting to get hungry. Yeah, because when I ate it was 3 o'clock. So yeah, I should be hungry right now. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab maybe a snack. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go nowhere yet.
Back in the day when I was younger, hunger, looking to fill me belly with that rallies. Bullshit, pull shit, off like it was supposed to be pulled. With the chick I was, stone like them white boys, smoking them white girls before them blunts got croaked. Chunky asses, passes getting thrown like Hail Marys, and they looking like Halle Berry. So fine, intertwined, but we ain't sipping wine, we just chilling on the rabbit villain. And I'm so high, smoking freely. Me, Lil B, Rick Moan and Suge, and my little brother James. Things changed in the hood where I live at. Them rats know, mama, I want to sing, but mama, I want to trick. And mama, I'm sucking dicks now. We moving on up in the world like elevators. Me and the crew, we pimps like 82. Me and you like Tony. Yeah. Like this, East Point, and we gone. You, your mama, and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on gold. Coming up, slamming Cadillac gold. Me, you, your mama, and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on gold. Coming up, slamming Cadillac gold.
Got stopped at the mall the other day. Heard a call from the other way that I just came from. Some nigga was saying something, talking about smoke some. Ain't nothing in school. No, not really, but he kept smiling like a clown, facial expression looking silly, and he kept asking me what kind of car you drive. I know you paid. I know y'all got buku of clothes from all them songs that y'all done made. And I replied that I've been going through the same thing that he has. True, I got more fans than the average man, but not enough loot to last me. To the end of the week, I live by the beat like you live check to check. If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat, so we like neck to neck. Yes, we done come a long way like them slim ass cigarettes from Virginia. This ain't gon' stop, so we just gon' continue.
You, your mama, and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on gold. Coming up, slamming Cadillac gold. Me, you, your mama, and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on gold. Coming up, slamming Cadillac gold. Me, you, your mama, and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on gold. Coming up, slamming Cadillac gold. Me, you, your mama, and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on gold. Coming up, slamming Cadillac gold. Me, you, your mama, and your cousin too.
Yo, you better flee, hot, or get your head flown 3 blocks. LG rappers hearts pumping like G-Box. And every year I gain clout and my name sprouts. Some brothers will still be running, the crack never came out. I got the wild style, always been a foul child. My guns go boom boom and your guns go pow pow. I'm known to have a hottie open. I keep the shotty smoking, front and get half the bones in your body broken. And when it comes to getting nookie, I'm not a rookie. I got girls that make that chick Tony Braxton look like Whoopi. I run with 30 clicks, I'm never hitting 30 chicks. Got 35 bodies, buddy, don't make it 36. Step to this, your good is gone. Words born, I leave mics torn when I put it on. So put it on, big L, put it on. Come on, put it on and on and on. Come on, put it on, big L, put it on. Come on, put it on, represent, put it on, come on. Nobody can take nothing from Big L with his lost chief. The last punk who fronted got a mouth full of false teeth. I'm known to gas a hottie and blast a shotty. Got more cash than Gotti. You don't know? You better ask somebody. Big L is a crazy brother, and I'm a lady lover. A smooth kid that'll run up in your baby mother. I push a slick bins. I'm known to hit skins and get ins and commit sins with sick friends. Cause I'm a money getter, also a honey hitter. You think you nice as me? Haha, you's a funny nigga. I flows, so one of my shows wouldn't be clever than this. I'm leaving competitors just to tell you the truth. It gets no better than this. I'm catching wreck till the break of dawn. In this song, yo, it's a must that I put it on. Yeah, so put it on, big L, put it on. Come on, put it on, big fella, put it on and on. Put it on, big L, put it on, represent, put it on. Come on, put it on. Some boy see me gun nuzzling, take a whip it up. Boy, you're going dead before you see me gun smoke. See me gun nuzzling, take me feet up, you're going dead. Come on, me, you perform. I drink my wet, not Beck's beer. I stay dressed to slick gear. Peace to my homies in the gang, so I see you when I get there. And it's the fact I keep a gat in my arm reach. I chose weeks and bomb geeks from here to Palm Beach. I'm putting rappers in the wheelchair. Because the villain you still fear. Cause I be hanging in Harlem instead it's the real here. If you battle well, you pick the wrong head. I smash mics like cornbread. You can't kill me, I was born dead. known that it ain't Reggie Hammond. He's still my people, the children of the corn, but we put it on. Adios, ghosts of dawn. So put it on, Big L, put it on. Come on, put it on, big fella, put it on and on. Big L, you gotta put it on and on. Put it on, Big L, put it on and on. Put it up, you know what I'm saying? My man Big L, running things for the 9-4, the 9-0F, you know what I mean? It's the King of Free and full flair, and we gon' put on a little something like this. Big L, come on. Lord Finesse, he be putting it on. My man Buck Wild, he be putting it on and on. My man Fat Joe, he be putting it on. Showbiz and AG, yeah, they be putting it on. I can't forget Diamond D, he be putting it on. The whole DITC, yeah, they be putting it on. And of course King Capri, yeah, he be putting it on. The whole NYC, yeah, we be putting it on. And I'm mad.
June tiene jugo.
Two twins and we both tens on the mic. Two little Asians, like what's all the hype? Feed the last tape and no problems left tonight. Cause we got what it takes to rock the mic right. XG pushing XP, breaking boundaries. Hit different, build different, new breed. The duo dynamic wreak havoc on the scene. Maya Habibi, getting busy like Bonnie nominee. Top tier, that's a big G, probably actually. So what we doing? Make a big man, but do it unbelief. But honestly, there's no such thing as mediocre heat. The nerve on these girls tryna pop if on a Jacob beat. Only good vibes, none of the negative energy. I can do this all day, no cap till infinity. I tell that she catch you down, I'll show you what's listening. Stick with the shots, like down Rick, but I'm killing it. Stats jacking immaculate, super sane, slaying it. My target on level super tugi, not a lazy. The 폰대를 보여줘 팍대 고개 대박해. We don't sleep on bars or wordplay, 마치곤 사기캐. Twins and we both tens on the mic. 두 동양 꼬맹이도 뭐가 그리 나위. Feed the last tape, execute 또 못방함. Cause we got what it takes to rock the mic right. Two twins and we both tens on the mic. 우지란히만 다스려 난 너무 닮은 나이. 다 뱉고 소비 너무 놓고서 나이. Cause we got what it takes to rock the mic right. Look, two tens, tag team, double trouble. Pre-GODs, that means we on the come up. Still shooting stars, bang bang, keep shining on them. That's my ride or die. Myself plus I got 5 on it. Said 2 tens times that we keep it 100. 10 out of 10, we ain't doing nothing less than perfect. The purpose that my mother just show 하지 마 또 바꿔. Subliminal kids and trying to hurt no feelings unless the shoe fits. 2 tens or 2 kids, then nobody too clueless. Who can do this? 이 방금 못하는 주제들과 부르대. What's next? What's Rick Chef? Cause the rockets rock suplex. I'm too blessed to the YouTube reactions. Who got the juice? Two twins and we both tens on the mic. Two little Asians, like what's all the hype? We ain't the last tape, but no problems left tonight. Cause we got what it takes to rock the mic right.
June tiene jugo. June tiene jugo. June tiene jugo.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met. But baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night. I kissed your lips, make you grip the seats with your fingertips. Last bottle of Jack, we split a fifth. Just talking about life, going sip for sip. Yeah, you know you love to fight, and I say shit I don't mean, but I'm still gonna wake up on you and me. I know that last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met, but baby, baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night. No way it was our last night. No way it was the last night we break up. I see you tail lights in the dust. You call your mama, I call you bluff. In the middle of the night, pull her right back up. Yeah, my friends say let her go. Your friends say what the hell, I wouldn't trade your kind of love for nothing.
nigga, you could do it too. Turn me up, turn me up. You can do it too. My nigga, you can do it too. You can do it too. You can do it too. Just telling you, you know. Never in a million years, imagine I get my thrills by listening to squeals of the PJ wheels. As we land, I duck down. I stick my head up. My dick is being sucked down by a bitch named What Now? I look in her eyes, and her eyes are like an orange star. Look at the reflection of my foreign car, the R&R. I stick my feet out. You know the babes that's made of ill. You know the new shirts with Nego face right on the hill. I was in marching band. I was a skateboarder. Jesus made wine. I couldn't make water. Oxymoronic, I'm here to destroy all you hate hoarders. You niggas was cool in school. Now you niggas take orders. I'm not dissing your job, but now you listen and nod. Somehow the limit shit. I know this position is odd. Don't gasp for air. You can turn blue. Look, excel, nigga. Trust me, you could do it too. You could do it too, young love. You could do it too, young love. What? Just watch what you do, young love. And watch who's in your crew, young love. What? It don't matter if you do drugs or even if you threw slugs. What? You could do it too, young love. I did it, you could do it too. I know niggas is like there's no returning when I bought that white 5/5. So white that the cokeheads just might try sniff. I ordered the Phantom Coupe, that smoke pipe gray. And the interior was like crack rock beige. At least that's what it looked like when it was on that page. I combed the whole brochure and it did not say, oh well. Nice bitch, but not too extreme. Life's got a fat ass. Trust me, I'm a fuck full steam. I make the world cream and scream while I'm getting my cream. I'm coming to America. Call me Prince Hakeem, yes sir. It's kinda weird, cause this our dream. Kinda prophetic, you get it, cause this I've seen. These type of visions since I was teen. I told my teacher what I saw, she said I miss Visine. Laugh with the class, with the slightest clue. You be buying my shit and I'll be rapping to you. But you could do it too. You could do it too, young love. You could do it too, young love. What? Just watch what you do, young love. And watch who's in your crew, young love. What? It don't matter if you do drugs or even if you threw slugs. What? You could do it too, young love. I did it.
You can do it too.
I know you heard the story about the dude with the attitude. Pharrell, he don't even know you, but he mad at you. He got robbed. It seems that he has accused. He's really frustrated, and all that he has is you. So things propel and things excel, and the next thing a bank come out the barrel, and my man they accused sitting tight up in jail.
By
Ironically close,
now,
my
I'm
man
sure
you
that
could
you've
hear
seen
him yell.
videos,
I ain't
seen
do it
articles
for
and
some.
tweets and all of the TikToks about Chat GPT. So I actually tried my best for the first couple of days to not try it out and kind of stay away from it. But then I ended up deciding to try out just one prompt to see what it was like. And this was my mistake because that was around 2 a.m. on Friday night, and that resulted in me deciding to skip sleeping, choosing to write, record, and edit this podcast episode as well as its YouTube video. Anyway, that being said, this week I asked ChatGPT to write this podcast episode. Then we had a little bit of a Q&A section at the end of the podcast. It's about half an hour. Anyways, you'll hear my prompts and the output that ChatGPT created. I've also gone ahead and used an AI voice for ChatGPT's part, and that's from ttstools.com to read those responses. This is not an episode that is based on like resources, articles, research, media type content. It's actually just based on my prompts that I entered into ChatGPT and the responses that it put out. So I will say, take it with a grain of salt. All right, let's jump right in. Could you give me 5 podcast episode ideas about technology, the future of technology, how it affects humans, and the dark sides of technology?
1. The future of technology, a look at the advances in AI and robotics. 2. The dark side of technology, examining the ethical implications of new developments. 3. The impact of technology on employment, how automation is changing the job market. 4. The role of technology in shaping the future of education. 5. The future of human-computer interaction, how technology is changing the way we communicate.
Could you also write out the bullet points for number 5?
Sure. Here are some bullet points for the 5th episode idea, the future of human-computer interaction, how technology is changing the way we communicate, introduction to the topic of human-computer interaction, HCI, and the role of technology in shaping how we communicate, discussion of current trends in HCI, such as the increasing use of virtual assistants and the rise of artificial intelligence in communication, exploration of the potential benefits and drawbacks of these developments, such as improved efficiency and accessibility versus the loss of privacy and personalization, analysis of how these trends may impact the future of communication and the potential implications for society, conclusion and thoughts on the importance of considering the ethical implications of new technologies in HCI.
Okay. Could you also write out a few more points to cover in this episode?
Here are a few additional points that could be covered in the episode. The role of HCI in shaping the user experience, including how technology can enhance or detract from the user's ability to interact with devices and systems. Examples of cutting-edge HCI research and development, such as wearable technology and the use of haptic feedback to create more immersive experiences. Discussion of the potential for HCI to bridge the gap between humans and machines, and how this could change the way we work and interact with the world. The role of HCI in enabling more natural and intuitive forms of communication, such as the use of gesture control and voice recognition.
Oh, looks like that is only 439 words. Could you write out each paragraph to have a total length of 1,000 words?
Sure. Here is an expanded version of the podcast episode that is approximately 1,000 words. Welcome to the latest episode of the Technology and the Future podcast, where we explore...
Yeah, she's just exploring like how she would utilize the technology. I'm going to do this too. I'm gonna ask Bard.
Hungry and it's eating away. Try to make sense of it, but it's speedy and vain. Open light with the books and you read to the day. But still your house a ditty, cause you got a little paper. Push a cat in the corner. Trust me, it's the nature. Never underestimate the things you do. Read Job verse 2.
So I have ChatGPT here and Bard. So I'm gonna ask them all the same questions. See what's there. Sources for tech news and see what they all come up with. I'm gonna ask Bard the same thing. So this one said TechCrunch. Did they name TechCrunch? TechCrunch. TechCrunch. So under so ARS Technica. Did they say ARS Technica? No, did not say. Oh, it did say ARS Technica. Just wondering if the AIs agree. ARS Technica, okay. Just wondering if the AIs agree on this. Like these are like good sources. Engadget. So Engadget also goes on the list because the AIs agree on that one. So let's see, The Verge, The Verge, The Verge. They all agree. CNET. Oh. Google doesn't have CNET on their thing. So this one says CNET. Okay, so we'll come back to CNET. Tech Meme. I'm about to check that one out. Let's see, let's see. Oh, Tech Meme looks like it aggregates. It says Tech Meme is a news aggregator collects all headlines from various tech news sources. Good way to quick overview of the latest tech news. So Tech Meme's going on here because it collects like everything.
I used to do it for the grams, ayy, that's way before Instagram, ayy, I used to serve it to your man, ayy, postman.
Recode. Never heard of this. Wired is one that I trust myself. So Wired I gotta look at too. The information. This too. Oh. Undo that. Can I undo that? This a do it for the gram. That probably got me for another 30 minutes. At the 2-hour mark, I'm bouncing. Information. Okay. All right then. Twitch. Go look at Twitter. I already know about Versecast. No reply all. Stay away. Okay. What are good sources tech news for IT professionals? Let's see. Spiceworks. The Spiceworks I know about. ZDNet. Networkware, what is it? Network happening? InfoWare provides news analysis and emerging technology trends, software development, IT infrastructure. Iris Technica already have. Oh, Cloud Tech. Specifically, I'm in cloud. Let's see. Gotta review these. A lot of stuff to review, right? But just I need ideas. So you know, I might not even review all of these. Before I start like actually doing stuff. Let's ask ChatGPT. Digital Diaspora, Tech Talk Noir, Black Tech Chronicles, Digital Melanin, Inclusive Bites, Soulful Tech, Tech in the Tropics, Cold Noir. I believe there's a Cold Noir already. Nah, it's Cold Noir. Something completely different. And Tech and Color, no. Tech Talk Noir. So I feel like somebody has that. That's a possible name. One that I actually like. Silicon Soul. I actually like that. She likes Silicon Soul. Inclusive Bites. Digital Melanin. I like it, but I want the name to be more universal. Silicon Soul it screams. It's like neutral. It could be a black thing, but it could be two white guys with Silicon Soul, because they could be talking about, you know, it could be. It's more Silicon Soul is more universal. Let's see here. Cold Noir, Afrofuturist, Nexus, no. Culture Coding, no. Black Lights, and then no. Tech Vibes, Black Edition, Tech Vibes. I like Tech Vibes. Does anybody have the name Tech Vibes for a podcast? Oh, somebody has it. TheTechVibes.com. Yeah, it's already in use.
Are you looking for the best gaming monitor? In this video, we're going to be checking out another best gaming monitor, which is the Lenovo G.
Yeah. Nobody has Silicon Soul though. Silicon Soul. Silicon Soul. I guess somebody's building an AI called Silicon Soul AI. TikTok Noir I liked because nobody has that. Probably somebody doesn't have Culture Code already. So cool tech. I swear I use this for everything, and nobody really uses it. We call it the cool tech. The Cool Tech Podcast. Creating our own legacy. It might be that, cause I've been using that for like ever, and it just fits. Well, let's just do this. Names for a tech. Codecast. Talk Tech Talk Revolution. I kind of like that. Tech Titans Unplugged. Podcast targeted at Black information technology professionals. Empower Tech. Yeah, I'm like pretty sure somebody got that. You want to go? I like Silicon Soul. Tech Talk Noir. Cyber Soul. Black Bites. Said I want the name to be a little bit more universal. Binary Brilliance. Of course, the name was too clever. I was like, somebody has that. Which also lets me know that somebody else did this. Nerds of Excellence. Okay, we're gonna go to Bard because apparently people have been using ChatGPT for this. Black Tech Nation, Tech Noir, Black Tech. I gotta have something else. Bro, that's all these are literally joints. Let's do this. Creative. Okay, nothing's clicking. I'm going with one of them three right now.
It's reality, so we usually super quiet, body showing who's in charge, taking over with the plans. Taking the lead, bringing the heat in. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, we're on the rise.
Oh,
You ain't seen
no, that's in the right spot.
place them on tight. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. 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 That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Thrift shop, keep you changing your 2 cents. Bad girls on the rise, you a nuisance. Drop jars like tongues in the nuisance. Got pushed out a queen, I mean 2 cents. Ice with the flow, then I got you go. Snacking on the world, it's something to do with more. When I don't know it's sober with your silly talk. Here's a tip though, to compare to the toe. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. In the zone, try to stop us when we on the road. Heard a match, ain't nobody got our energy. We pack every part of our got an eye. We owning it, coming in boss mode, control of it. Ooh, they can't compete. Yeah, we're going for the crown, you masterpiece. Yeah, taking the lead, bringing the heat. Yeah. Head to the sky, eye on the prize. Yeah. We're on the rise.
I'm trying bar creative.
Lace them on tight. Keep you on your tippy toes. Keep you on your tippy toes.
The Glitch Mob, the Future Squad, the Cold Wizards, the Digital Divas, the Silicon Saviors, the Tech Whisperers, the Algorithm Alchemists, the Technopaths, the Binary Brains, the Technopaths, the Tectonic, the Digital Deluge, the Algorithm Alchemists, the Cold Crusaders, the Tech Talk Titans, the Future Forward, the Tech Time Machine, the Tech Telepathy, Network Digital Dimensions, the Tech Metaverse, the Tech Topia, the Digital Revolutionaries, I said names for a podcast. These are sounds like if I was doing like a hackathon, like what I would name my team. This shit looks crazy. Let's do this. Sleep. Tech Vision, the Tech Ads, the Tech Fix, Tech Talk. Yeah, that's original. Let's see what Bart says. The fact that this AI also says Silicon Soul makes me feel like somebody has a podcast called Silicon Soul already. Bro, when I looked it up, there isn't. It's just an AI. AI and music, but it's not a podcast. Okay, so let's do this.
In the wall, money all through the ceiling. Hit spitter on the phone, tell my dog that we killing these fucking vlogs. They love a star, and I'm flashing. Life just like a movie, no casting. Asked if the game.
Okay, that didn't help.
I'ma treat it like a Ashton. Pedal to the metal, I'm mashing. All we know is big money, medical, weed and fashion.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
My girl got a pocket bubble in the purse. She keep it G and pack the bowl with weed and let me hit it first. Ain't trying to be a hog dog. Yeah, all I want is what I'm worth. 80 days, baby, all around the earth. Amazing race for the paper. You stuff that's eating dirt. Choose some orbit gum. Brush your teeth, scrape your tongue. Fresh as they come, second to none. Pretty women flirt, batting eyelashes. They need guidance. Lace them up like my new balance and keep flying. The closest that you lanes ever came to the plains was a Palm Pilot.
Okay, I like this too. Oh man, I'm about to go because I am hungry, folks. I am hungry. Like, I just drank some water to see if that'll hold it off. Nope, I'm actually hungry. I'll be on that journey always. I'ma love you better.
When I think about the things we did, and I think about you having my kids, and I think about us sharing a crib, losing all that, God forbid. You deserve flowers and candy, the simple things, in addition to the SLs, baguettes and rings. Instead, I walk around like I'm a king, and having you ain't nothing nothing but a thing. I even stopped telling you the loving was good. Too busy fronting in the hood. Baby girl, hold me tight, don't ever let go. I'ma do it real gentle, baby, nice and slow. One more chance, baby, and don't say no. Cause I got another side to show. Some say love is painful and helps you grow. Well, it's time for the pain to go.
Some stuff I came up with. Uh-huh. My phone was blowing up apparently.
Do you think I meant to hurt you? Do you think I meant to hurt you? So let's laugh together, cry together. God willing, we gon' die together. Do you think I meant to hurt you? Do you think I meant to hurt you? So let's laugh together, cry together. God willing, we gon' die together. It's a brand new me, a brand new you, a brand new day. Sky so blue. Hold my hand while I walk with you. Sit on my lap, let me talk to you. No more games calling you foul names. Acting like females is all the same. You better my mentality change. From this day forward, I'll never be the same. I'ma rub your lower back, share my dreams. I love you, let me show you what I
See
mean.
the city walls, you need to get over these walls. It's like, it literally is like a tap.
So peaceful and serene. I toast to the queen, you're back in my life. But this time I'ma do it right. Trust me, from the bottom of my heart, nothing's gonna tear us apart. I promise.
Baby, smile today. I'll be on that journey away. Oh. You get that money too. I always think about the remix to this song. I'm gonna have to play it now. You have to. Wait, he did it live? Oh, I gotta let you hear that song. I'm definitely getting a copyright strike for this.
When I put it down, it's 50, nigga. Let's go. Drop it, Shy.
Baby, smile at me. It's cause I won't provide for you, girl. You're after my cheddar. She want that money, man. You're sincere too. I'm after my cheddar. I gave you a style. Gucci this Fendi lap. That had to match. I ain't buying that. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but no more Prada shoes.
Just wanna chill, you wanna go out. See me probably with some other chick, you wanna show out. You say I'm wrong when I dog your ass like I should. Now you can reminisce on the times I treated you good.
Then smile at me, cause I won't provide for you, girl. After my cheddar,
you want that money, right?
friends they see it too.
We know what you up to.
After my cheddar.
Look, you can think about me grinding my fans. You even got more than one watch on. There's too much
time on your hands.
They say behind every good man is a woman. So if Taz pull up, stash a cannon in your linen. Come on, I'll never be a chauffeur to the mall. So learn to appreciate the CDs and posters
on the wall.
Fatal attraction is mad real. The last bitch I dated went crazy and swallowed Cody had.
You just smile at me, cause I won't provide for you, girl. I won't provide after my cheddar.
You want that money, right?
And your friends, they see it too. Just really know just what you're up to.
We know what you up to.
After my cheddar.
They say money make the world go round, and material things make a hoe
world
go
go
down.
down.
I see when you're Prada, Gucci, and BCBG. Bitch, I'm getting rich, but I don't trick on GP. It's $5 dresses and $10 skirts. Bitch, play the strip and put in work. Birds wanna have my baby since I signed my contract, so I gotta double up in case the condom snap.
You just smile at me, cause I won't provide for you, girl. You're after my cheddar.
You want that money, right?
And your friends, they see it too. Just really know just what you're up to.
We know what you up to.
After my cheddar.
Look, Don't ask me for shit, man. I ain't got nothing for you, man. Yo. What? Bitch, what the fuck you mean I can't sing, bitch?
I'm Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross in the shower.
Hey, yo, what's up? Yo, this is 50 Cent.
Oh man, hilarious. They say he did this live? Let me see. After my cheddar. Yo, he did this live. That's wild. Yeah, well, 50 Cent went on tour. No album out, just off his mixtapes. Oh man, the sound is terrible. No more Prada shoes. It's terrible. Smile at me because I won't provide for you, girl. You're after my cheddar. You got our time on your hands. The posters on the wall. You want that money, man. Before Yayo went to jail, I guess. I'm like, oh, Yayo's there? All right, folks, I'm going. Danger is hungry, and I was lifting heavy ass weight in the gym. I did not want to make myself out to be a liar and say that I was not going to stream, because I was not really in the mood, because I was really thinking about all that stuff that I just put out of my head, and I still got to look at some of it after I eat. But I said I was going to stream. I did stream. But we're going to game tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing something different tomorrow though, so but I'll be on tomorrow and tomorrow night, and we're gonna go from there. Right now, we're gonna go over there and raid Tanya. I probably shouldn't raid Tanya. Tanya don't even attempt the game with me. I'm a little annoyed of it. I'm a little annoyed at it, to be honest. Going to Random Arizona Dude stream, hang out with him for a little bit. He's playing invalid username. Kind of nonsense. That's his username. I must have spelled something wrong. Oh. Keep forgetting not supposed to put the @ There we go. Keep forgetting that. Okay. Alright, folks. I am going. Thank you for watching and watching me work. I'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless. Good night. Peace. See ya mañana.
Ranger, what's up, dude? We're gonna do a big shout.